Hi everyone, this is Karma with Onward Studios. In this video I want to show you one of my favorite techniques. I'm going to show you how to put a picture inside text. Photoshop makes this really easy, especially the later versions of Photoshop. To start with, I'm going to create my text. I'm going to grab my text tool. I'm going to choose a thick font. That's one of the keys in making this work. You want to choose a relatively thick font, so you see several of the thick ones here that would work well in this case. I'm going to use the Arial Black, keep it simple, and simply click on my image and type in the word. In this case we'll type in poppy for the flower. And grab my move tool and move this over. I'm going to change that to a white and then make it really big. So I went back to my text tool, click on the color box there at the top to change it to a white, just so it stands out more. The color really doesn't matter since we're going to put the picture inside of it anyway. I noticed a typo here, got carried away in my P's there. To make this bigger, I'm going to go to my text layer, do Control T, or let's edit transform. Since this is what we call a point text and not an area text or paragraph text, when I select it, if I click and drag on one of the corners, the text gets larger and larger. I'm going to make this really big. And that's one of the keys too with this technique is don't want to hesitate in making your words really big so you can actually see the picture inside the letters. So I'm going to place it like so. You can actually place it after the fact as well, and I will show you that. Once I have that place where I'm going to hit enter to take that transform. I'm going to make a copy of the image itself. So I've clicked on the background layer. I'm going to do a Control J or Command J on a Mac. I'm going to drag this copy to the top of my layers panel. So I have a copy of the image sitting over the text. I'm going to turn off this background so it doesn't ruin what we're going to do here. Then I'm simply going to right click in the layers panel on the copy of that image. One of the options here is to create clipping mask. And just like that, your image sits inside the text. What it did here is actually placed the picture into the area of the layer below it, which in this case is the word poppy. Now I have this flower. Actually, I'm going to click on my text layer to select it. So I have the text layer selected and I have my move tool. Can actually move this text around on top of that image. Or I could also instead click on the copy of the image, the background copy, and move the image around inside that text. Now you are going to, if you get up too high or too low, you're going to get white because it reaches the bottom or the top or the side of that image. I tend to prefer to move the text around versus moving the image around. If I was to finish this off, I'd probably crop this. Actually, I'm going to show you a different way to crop this than what I've discussed up to this point. You can also, with the selection tool, so just grab my marquee, rectangle marquee. I'm going to place a marquee around the text. And if I wanted to finesse that, I could do select, transform selection, gives me the handle. So if I wanted to adjust that, I could do that. After I have that adjusted where I want, I'm going to hit enter to accept that adjustment. I still have the selection happening. Underneath the image option on the main menu, there's an option to trim. I'm sorry, not trim. There's an option to crop. That's going to take the selection. Assume you want to crop it to your current selection. I'm going to do a Control D or Command D to deselect and get rid of that selection or those moving dots. And there's our finished image. So that's how you can place text. I'm sorry, that's how you can place picture within text.